introduced me to Jimmy Hart. I thought it was Gary Hart. Like, wait a minute, that's Jimmy. I don't know who Jimmy Hart. Who's Jimmy Hart? This is your new manager. What happened to Captain Lou? He attacked everybody, and it was finally Vince Senior would get to where he would get mad at him. All right, and then finally we'd break up. But it happened every 3 weeks like clockwork. Captain Lou was when he quit drinking, he wasn't funny anymore.
Your thoughts on Hillbilly Jim?
He's one lucky guy. Uncle Elmer's kind of a sweet guy. He sold fake Rolexes all the time. I remember watching one of the British Bulldogs look at his Rolex, and all of a sudden the face and the spring and everything flies out like this.
Well, first tell us about Mr. T. What's the general attitude as he's coming in to do the big wrestling?
Well, everybody hated Mr. T because he's prima donna.
Yeah, Mel Phillips, the foot guy.
Yeah,
so this was something that was known.
No one cared, I mean, he wants to suck toes, let him, Usually muscle-bound guys don't make great workers, Ass Ultimate Warrior. Meatloaf, who was on the drums, and we would all start, throwing stuff around, and towards the end we'd go after Meatloaf, and he's supposed to be like, oh my God, all these wrestlers. Well, he'd be like this, ready to hit us back. Before the meal, they'd always bring you the rice, and then they'd bring you the meal later. Before the meal would get there, Rick's head would always already be in the rice, like this. It was horrific. What I heard was he shot himself once and he missed. And it went out the side of his head, and he shot himself twice. And they knew what they were doing 6 months to a year down where WCW didn't know what they were doing that day when they went to do TV.
Were you one of the people that didn't like blading?
No,
I don't know who likes it, but...
I liked it.
You liked it?
It was like having a climax for me, it really was. I would do it towards where the babyface was trying to beat me for the belt, and then I would open myself up, and then it would look like I'm really getting beat. I would use it as a story, and then I would slide out with the 1, 2, 3 covered in blood, and that was painting my picture, it was telling my story. It wasn't just going out there like Abdul the Butcher and Mark Lewin and cutting yourself the first 2 minutes of the match, or like Flair and Hogan did the other night, just so you don't have to take any bumps. Early in the morning, I must have woke up with a hangover, and they go, oh, by the way, those tickets don't pay attention, you're booked in this town. And instead I went to the original one, and then I got all kinds of heat. But I didn't remember the phone call, so
it's the 80s.
To the best of us.
The 80s.
Yeah.